Right, some graduates, you can tell us.
We have a lot of them.
Yeah.
And I looked it up and I still
They'll be calling.
I choke. Actually, I'm not playing in the game, so I don't choke during the game.
For those of you who are headed to the game, bring your ponchos. I hope the teams have ponchos, right?
Oh, for sure they do.
Because yes, there is a chance for some rain. So the weather the rest of the week is staying dry, but we're looking at that system that's up to our north, possibly bringing us some moisture this weekend. So here's a look at that forecast. A few days out, this could change on this big crosstown showdown. Again, happening at Saturday, kickoff at 7:30, and it's going to be chilly, 54 degrees. And there is a chance for rain throughout the rest of the evening with numbers in the 50s. So we could possibly be seeing some wet weather with chilly temperatures. Think ahead for that and may the best team win. Right now, though, our skies are clear. This is the view from Mount Wilson, where the trees aren't even moving. Our weather is quiet. In fact, it's going to stay quiet for the rest of the week with temperatures near or above normal. Now, as we head into the weekend, that's when we're going to have that cooler weather and that possibility for some wet weather. Now, here's the forecast for you in the LA basin, where you're starting off with numbers in the low 50s. You're going to have bright sunny skies as soon as the sun is up around 6:30. Temperatures warming into the 60s around the middle of the morning, still fresh. And at noon, 70 degrees. Just a great day here, there, everywhere. No watches, no warnings, no wild winds. A little breezy through those mountain passes, canyons, but not enough to prompt an advisory. And temperatures lowering into the 60s once the sun goes down. Here's a look at everybody's numbers. A cool day in the desert in the 60s. That's going to feel better than the 20s that you have right now. Ay, ay, ay. The weather for our friends in Big Bear this afternoon, 54. Look at the Inland Empire. We're coming up a degree or two from yesterday in the mid 70s, low 70s in Orange County, mid 70s through West Covina, the San Fernando Valley, Santa Clarita, 73 and low 70s around the basin. Now, let me show you what's happening in the big picture. All is clear here. Cloud cover possibly increasing in the next few days because of this system. Right now, weather headlines across the country are because of this storm that's bringing excessive rainfall along the West Coast from Washington into Oregon and especially into Northern California. We're going to have back-to-back systems that are going to bring this atmospheric moisture into Northern California, so much so that we are looking at increased risk for flash flooding. Up to 10 inches of rainfall expected through the rest of the week for places to the north of San Francisco, like Chico, like Fort Bragg, like Eureka, up to 10 inches of rain expected there. Our weather is going to be calm for the rest of the week, but it's over the weekend and through next week when we tap into some of that moisture. Again, the biggest impacts will be felt to our north, but as we head into the weekend, light to moderate rainfall expected, much cooler, gusty winds. As of now, plan on some impacts to the roads if you are doing any Thanksgiving traveling, possibility for some ponding. If you live near those recent burn scars, mudslides, debris flows are a possibility, but there's still a lot of uncertainty. I need to put out that disclaimer. That system is still a few days from arriving, so the exact timing and amounts are still to be determined. Keep monitoring our forecast. Until then, enjoy the 70s. There you see that drop in temperatures over the weekend in the 60s, with rain possibly continuing through next week. Mid to upper 70s for the valleys, the Inland Empire, and there you see some cooler, wet weather. If you have any outdoor plans, keep an eye on the forecast. Forecast for our friends in the desert, 60s, then 70s, and our friends over in the low desert in the 80s, and then finally in the mountains. This next storm system is going to be a warm one, so those snow levels are going to remain high. Right now, we're just anticipating rain for the mountains. That's your forecast. Now let's head on over to traffic. What's up, Robin?
Yes, good morning. Well, I'll start off with the good news. How about that? And we're going to check in with Street Vision, who just traveled from the 210 West over to the 134. So we saw the drive through Pasadena. Now he's on the 134 heading toward Eagle Rock, and it's looking really good. It's a little dark, hard to see, but traffic is moving well, no problems. It'll take you about 17 minutes to get from the 57 in Glendora, continuing west on the 210 and connecting to the 134. So that's a perfect drive time. Looking good on the 10 West and the 60 West, no problems, but the 15 is a problem. My goodness, for folks coming out of Hesperia, heading toward the Cajon Junction, major delays can be expected. I've been tracking this crash that involves several vehicles and a big rig. The big rig jackknife, so it's sort of stretched across traffic here. Southbound 15 at the 138 is the location. Your two right lanes are blocked. A traffic alert remains in place, and you're backed up about 5 miles or so leading up to the scene. They're hoping to have this cleared by 5:30. We shall see. Meanwhile, you have to get out there early, and there's no great alternate. Like if you take the 15 every day, you know, it's either the 15 or you drive through the mountains, which is like virtually impossible for big rigs because it's so windy and they always get stuck. So I can't even give you an alternate. You're going to have to just leave early. 86 minutes right now to make it from Oak Hill to Corona. That is not good. 91:42 minutes to 14:38 minutes. Plus, I didn't get a chance to talk about the 405. We have a fatal accident. I'll check that coming up next. Lynette, Adrian, back to you.